Hello YouTube fans, done it before and I thought I'd do two versions like I did with Thunderball. That being, You Only Live Twice. Bear with me because as usual it's fucking dark and it's pissing it down. Typical fucking weather. But there you go. So why not You Only Live Twice? Now there was bits I missed on it before and I felt just like with Thunderball I could do a better version of it. Why not? I'm meaning to do V, and then one day around the road I'll probably do V the series and all. Because, there was from the early ones, and that's when I was doing them in the 2 meter when it was that shitty box format. Figured out how to do it in a Wise Team format, and hopefully one day I might even get better picture quality and better lighting. Into then, let's do You Only Live Twice. Shot in 1967, 2 days from Thunderball, You Only Live Twice. What originally was going to be Sean Connery's last role as James Bond. And I kind of like You Only Live Twice. I think this is the one, and I'm going to be honest, and I said it before, had the biggest amount of action in it. When people think of Bond movies with lots of action, they think of License to Kill, they think of The Spy Who Loves Me, or they think of maybe some of the Words and Moors and so on. But nobody ever talks about You Only Live Twice, and I don't know why. I love the song by Nancy Sinatra, and this was going to be the last Bond movie that Sean Connery did. I still think he delivers a good role. In all fairness, I think he delivers a better role in this than he did in Diamonds Are Forever. Just my opinion. Starts off with Rocket, and some people say this was similar to the scene in The Spy Who Loves Me, the submarines, and the big thing that was eating the submarines in The Spy Who Loves Me. A lot of people said it might have influenced that because it's very similar. Starts off with these rockets and astronauts, sub-detectors like 2 years before you had Neil Armstrong. Good effect for its time. The rocket's flying along and the thing just fires up. And I love the music. Every time it eats a rocket, you hear that fucking music, that bam 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 bam. Doing a shit job. And then you got Bond shagging as usual. And again, you think Bond got killed. Similar to like what they did in From Russia with Love. And I mentioned this last time. You think he's dead. And as we all know, he isn't fucking dead. Now there's a bit in it I sort of mentioned when I did You Only Live Twice the first time. I fucking love that helicopter. Little Nelly. I love it. The only thing is, when it first come out on the picture and on the Days of Water Brothers, there was one fuck up. And I meant to solve that. The helicopter, you can see, because it's dark, is right. But in the film, it's Mellow Lello. I shit you not. It was Lello. But it's on a little fuck up like his dulled finger. Not a lot to use fucking feet over. And yeah, I love little Nelly. I love the fact it's flying around, it's firing the missiles, it's firing the rockets, you've got a bit of smoke, the classic Bond theme. And I do sadly to say there was a stuntman who was doing the scene, who was being one of the villains chasing Bond and the air doctors, who had an accident. I might have mentioned before, his name was Neil Armstrong, and he sadly lost his leg. Accidents happen, and that's what happens if you're a stuntman. And because of that, he sadly lost his leg doing the stunt, which is pretty sad. But as you know, 2 years later, when they was filming the next Bond movie, that being On Her Majesty's Secret Service, he filmed the amazing stunt scenes in that with George Lazenby. Again, I say, Bond fakes his death and basically he's going on a mission. We all know he's not dead, and he's going on a mission, disguised as a Chinese dye. And I love the dye gold, I think it was gold Chider. Yep, Chider. And I loved that in this, and he always said it, I remember saying it before, he always called Bond's son. I thought it was laughable he called him Bond's son. And it's kind of sad really, you got the Bond girl, you think it's going to be the Bond girl, and she gets poisoned and basically gets killed. And let's not forget John Pleasance. John Pleasance in this is a delight, and I said it on my last review. It's just sad that he never got to be Blofeld in any of the other Bond films. Now, granted, maybe he didn't want to be typecasted, maybe he was doing another movie at the time and On Your Majesty's Secret Service come out, or maybe they just couldn't be bothered to ask. Would he be interested in Blofeld again? because I like him as Blowfield, you know, the pussy tap, and the first time you got to see him and not somebody just doing the voice, he has that star on the side of his face. It's brilliant, just brilliant. I love the bit where he drops the woman in that piranha-infested water, and the people always say, well, in real life they would have cut her up and threw her in water, they don't just attack. Number one, they were trying to keep the rating mild, and number two, for the late 60s, you honestly think they're going to see people cutting a woman up and throwing her in fucking water? And for a movie, I just went with it. And when you think about it, it was before fucking piranhas. But I don't like that scene. Again, I like the fact that Bond pretending to be Chinese. You know, they put a wig on him and they make him look Chinese. This is funny because he's disguised, right? Going after Blowfield and everything. And all the way through the film, even though he's disguised as a Chinaman, you got all the fucking ninjas trying to fucking kill him. And I love the fact that he gets married in this. So it wasn't just on Your Majesty's Secret Service he got married. On a secret mission he got married. It never gets mentioned that. It never gets fucking mentioned in any Bond movie that he was married twice. Even though this was more or less his business, as the girl says in the Bond film. This is business. And it's state. That's the wedding scene there, from the Tacit scene, You Only Live Twice. That's a bit of Connery. There's Connery there. And like I say, the beginning of it is just action. Every piece has action right from the beginning. This to me was brilliant. I love the car in it, you know, the part with the tram there, and that airdrop that drops the car in the water, and Connery comes out with his one-liner, just a top in the ocean. Just brilliant, just brilliant. It's one of them because I like You Only Live Twice. I want to do all the Bond films. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to fucking do it where I mention every Bond movie which is my favourite. You know, my favourite Bond films. I still like them all, but there's a few what I like, and this would be one of them. It's a hard one to choose for Connery. Do I like Thunderball? Do I only live... Asking 2 fingers up. Do I only like You Only Live Twice? Beautiful song by Nancy Sinatra. You know, and she did a beautiful store. And I love the scenery in it, you know, it's in Japan, and the scenery, the fucking scenery is beautiful. It's just beautiful. You know, the scenery is beautiful. And the girl in it who he marries is just beautiful. And the ironic thing is, she is now a businesswoman. You know, she's a lot older, but she's now a respectful businesswoman in Japan. And I'm going to let you into a true story here. I used to be a college student, right? And I had a friend of mine who I was in college with, and the guy went to the same place where they filmed You Only Live Twice, the same fucking ironed and everything, and he actually said to me, this ain't bullshit, that they actually kept that ironed the exact same than how it looked back in 1967 when You Only Live Twice come out. They actually kept the ironed the exact same. Where now people can go there as a tour holiday and visit that ironed You Only Live Twice. No, I've said the review before, you want to see it more in depth, I'll do it in more depth. If you want to see that one, you can see this one. But I just love the Bond film. I love the fact you got the ninjas in it. I love the die finger. I love the fact that one goes to Naka, who has the knife in his back. Bond goes to sea, who funny enough in the early 70s plays Blowfield, plays the villain. But I just love it, you know, I think it's action packed. To me, I think Connery should have recorded a day in this one, but I do like him in Diamonds Are Forever, so, you know, it is what it is. I dilute You Only Live Twice. I like the big guy, Bond fights and he chops him in the water, he comes out that one liner. Bon on the cheek. When the piranhas are finishing him off. You know, everything about the film to me is fucking art. It's art. And you know what's so fucking heartbreaking? They don't make films like that anymore when it comes to Bond. If it's done today, this, I shit you not, like I said with Thunderball, it would be shitty fucking CGI. It'd be CGI or tassel. They used a real a model of a Phaeton. It was done on set. They had air doctors going down this Phaeton what could open. And it was announced that this cost a lot more money when they was making the film than the original, that being Dr. No. And you can see why. It's one of my favourites, You Only Live Twice. I love it. I love Thunderball and all. So it's a hard one to choose. Am I a Thunderball man when it comes to Connery? one of my You Only Live Twice man. But one day around the road, I would tell people my favourite Bond films, which ones I like, which ones a bit okay. You know, I don't hate them, but to me, this is one I love. Until then, see you later.